We are live now.
Hi Anand, good evening.
Um, Guys, we are live. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back again to Analytics with Anand. So today is the course kickoff for Master Data Analytics. Guys, we are live. Please be on mute. Once. Let me close all of this. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back again to Analytics with Anand. So from today onwards, we are kick-starting this Mastering MX Excel for your data analyst and for the data reporting. The reason I brought this course at start 499 because while working as a data analyst or business analyst, any report, first of all, when you'll be sharing with the client or stakeholders, whether you are working in the sales domain, data analyst, business analyst, any company, you name it, right? If the company is not able to use Power BI or Tableau for the visualization purpose, and many a times from my experience, I have seen clients are not very much familiar with the dashboarding tools. So at the initial stage, if they need a report very urgently, so Excel will be your first point of contact. You will share the report with Excel, you'll publish it. That's the reason I brought this course. And we have here Pushkar Bhamare, a very renowned MS Excel expert, certified. That's why I have added him here so that he can take this course to next level, starting from the complete scratch, and I will take you to the much higher level. Complete MS Excel will be covered in your next 4 weeks down the line, 4 or 5 weeks down the line. I think we have the younger student here also. I think we have one student from the class 12th grade also. We have wide variety of candidate here, those who are having 10 years experience, 12 years of experience, multiple background people are here. So if you have not enrolled in this course, this is the first kickoff. So I have streaming it live. And from the next onwards, there won't be any live streaming available on YouTube and LinkedIn. So go and grab this course. You can check it out on analyticswithanand.in or Analytics with Anand app. There you can buy straight with 499 price. I've kept it very nominal so that each one of you can afford this course. Right? Okay. So I'll hand over to Pushkar. Pushkar, over to you. Yeah, you can introduce yourself and then we can kickstart here. Yeah.
So hello everyone. Good afternoon. Right. So as Anand demonstrated, so I would be your tutor for the Excel course, right? And we'll be together for next 4 to 5 weeks. Every weekend we'll cover 2 hours, right? On Saturday, on Sundays, right? And this will be completely interactive training. Okay, so it is not like that you are watching YouTube videos and you are not saying anything, right? You should be definitely interact, right? You should talk, you should speak, right? If you have any questions, any queries, just unmute yourself and just say, okay. If you have some silly doubts, don't feel shy. I would say that, right? That, okay, how they will think, because as Anand told that we also have the 12th standard students, we also have some very well-known experienced people, right? Who have 10, 12 years of experience. So there is a possibility that 10 years people might have some very silly doubt. So don't feel shy. You can ask anything if you want, right? Just unmute yourself and speak. Okay, so this will be completely interactive training. So in between training, I'll definitely speak your name and you need to answer, right? So I will tell you that keep your focus here. Okay, and how we will move with the training. So first of all, whatever we will say, whatever the module we will take, first of all, I'll show you the demo. And based on that demo, I hope you everyone got that Excel file, right? Which I have shared. Ananda, I hope they got the Excel file.
Right. You can.
Yes. So you can open the Excel file, the same Excel file which we are going to use in this course. Okay. So I'll show you the demo and then you need to do the same thing in your laptop, your desktop, right? In the same Excel file, right? So we can start. I'll not waste much time on the introduction. And now we can definitely start our Excel part, right? Anand, we are good to go?
Yes, we are good to go. I'll give you the access of sharing screen so that you can do it.
Definitely. Sure.
Let me add you as a co-host. Yeah, Pushkar, you have the rights now.
Okay, perfect. So we have around, I guess, 35 participants.
More will be joining. More will be
Will be
joining.
joining. Yes. So I expect response from most, at least 50 to 70% people. Okay. And if I'm not getting response, we'll definitely take each one by one names and we'll ask the personalized questions that how we are moving. Okay. I hope everyone can see my screen. Yes, please. Can anyone respond? You can just unmute yourself. Feel free to say.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, great. Yes. So first of all, I'll just ask a quick question that what are your expectations from this course, right? Because when you talk about data analytics, business analytics, when you start your professional career, or if you are already pursuing your professional career. So generally we start mostly with Excel. The reason is, it is quite easy tool, right? And if you go in any organization, definitely they might not use the Power BI, they might not use the Tableau, right? But definitely everyone have the Excel. And if you are good in Excel, from my experience, I would say you will get a really good reputation. If you are new joinee, if you are just starting your professional career, and if you show them some good Excel tricks, then it will be a really great impression. To be honest, this is what I failed, and many of you might also fail that. So this will be a very basic tool because every organization is using this. So to get a good grip on Excel, that is necessary in data analytics and business analytics, right? Or whatever domain you go, but the Excel is key. Okay. So yes, so my quick question to everyone, that what are your expectations from this course, that out of after these 4 or 5 weekends, what you want to be, what you want to take home, or you're in your professional life? You can just unmute yourself and you can just tell me.
That's a very valid point which Pushkar is asking. Well, guys, what are your expectations? Then feel free to interact because this is just the beginning. We have just started this. So let me, have your expectation, what you're expecting from this course. Yeah, anyone can unmute yourself and can speak one by one.
Okay, sometimes I know this is very basic things, but sometimes any lead says we have to do a data cleaning part. So sometimes your data is error, means some cell are missing, uppercase, lowercase, date should be in a proper thing. So we got stuck, means how to do the thing, any shortcut for the thing. So for mainly for the data cleaning part and the data visualization part.
Okay,
Okay,
you bring the great point, data cleaning and the data visualization. Anyone else?
Sorry to interrupt. I just needed the Excel file.
I'm uploading. Hold on.
Okay. Okay.
Anyone? What are your expectations? I hope it is not only data cleaning and visualization. There are many things.
Pushkar, I have some expectations with respect to Excel so for 2 to 3 weeks. So I want to understand all the Excel functions like if and VLOOKUPs and HLOOKUPs and be thorough with it. And apart from that, I'm looking for dashboarding in Excel, basically to present reports, because at the end of the day, senior management needs visual dashboards rather than all the data in the industry. Yeah. So these are my expectations from this course.
Okay, great. Anyone else?
I would like to know about the macros. So particularly, what does the macros do? What is a macro? And for what all functions we can use macro? So,
okay. In macro, if I will tell that we are definitely going to see how the basic macro and all these things work, but we are going to learn the very powerful thing, which is called Power Query and Power Pivot. Once you learn the Power Query and Power Pivot, you will definitely love it, right? Because it helps you to automate your task, your day-to-day reporting. Because many times when you start your professional career, 90% of the time you are wasting to prepare your data to show your management. And if you can automate that thing, then you can save your 90% time and you can spend that time to analyze that data, right? So definitely we'll cover the basic macros and we are going to see the very powerful things like a Power Query and Power Pivot.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Anyone else?
I have a simple expectation that by the end of this course, I think we would be in that situation that at that point we are not going to Google everything. or a single silly things which we are not getting to know before joining this course?
Okay. So to answer your question, let me clear the context of this whole trend. So we are going to start from very basic, right? Very scratch. Some of things which I will tell you that you will say, okay, I already know this. Why this Pushkar is wasting time with this? But it is really good to, revise that thing. And many of people might not know these things, right? So we are going to start from very basic. And then at last, we are going to take you at very advanced level to automate your reports with Power Query to prepare the model, right? And as it is the basics of the macro, visualization in the macro. These are the things we are going to cover. And yeah, if you think that, I'll be very honest with you because I have took many trainings. So this is the main ask of every guy that, okay, if I take your training, I'll be expert in Excel. No, it is not the case in this kind of tool. Not the Excel, Power BI, Tableau, anything, SQL, right? You need to practice, right? So you take this 4 weeks course, you work on this, you see this properly, and you know everything. But if you don't try on your own on your Excel files, till that time you will not get any confidence, right? And at the last, when your boss asks you to do something, you will definitely take help of ChatGPT or the Google. So key component is we'll definitely give our 100%, but we also need a support from you. Support from in the sense you need to practice. You definitely got the Excel files, and obviously we are going to take the training the way I'll show the demo, and then you need to do the practical. But after that also you need to try this thing on your data, right? Because right now whatever Excel file I'm sharing, I'm confident with that data, right? I'm familiar with that data. So the whatever things I'm going to teach you, you need to implement the same thing in your Excel file, in your data, with the data which you are familiar, right? So that only you will get the practical knowledge. And yeah, definitely today we learn something. On the next weekend, if you have any query question, you are feel free to ask, right? You can definitely ask that question. Okay. So when you try on your own, you will get some errors, you will get some issues, and it is good to have errors. Only then it will give you the good grip and good confidence. Okay.
I think we have a very good number, Pushkar. Around 70 people have joined. Good.
Great. Yes. Okay. So we got a good expectation data, cleaning, data visualization, macros, VLOOKUP, conditional formula. And I'm happy to say that we are going to cover all this in our modules, right? So I guess whatever expectation you stated, that is going to definitely we are going to cover. Okay. So now the first thing which we are going to start, I hope everyone, all participants can see my screen, right? And you got the same Excel file from the Anand in that application. So you can
I've uploaded
that file, right? So now in that Excel file, we are going to start with our first sheet that is called shortcuts, right? So whenever we talk about Excel expert or whenever we talk about Excel, the first thing comes in everyone's mind. Okay, you need to learn shortcuts. You don't need to use mouse, right? So everyone tell that, okay, if you are Excel expert, then you don't need to use mouse. You will just work on keyboards, right? So definitely we are going to start with the shortcut. So one question for everyone again, which are the shortcuts which you are already using or which you already know? Can you just tell me that what are the shortcuts which you are using in day-to-day life or you already know them?
Control-C, Control-V.
Perfect.
And Control-X.
Yes, I am definitely
Control
expecting
Shift plus
that.
down.
Control Shift plus down. Great.
Control Shift plus left.
Control Shift plus, yeah, the navigation. Control Shift, right arrow, left arrow.
Control plus T for table, like making a table, unstructured data to make a table out of it. Control plus T.
Perfect.
Control
Right?
Shift plus Control minus.
Control Shift plus Control minus.
Control Shift plus L for filter.
Perfect. Right. So
Control plus H
for finding the complete records. We use Control Shift plus right, Control Shift down.
Perfect. So we got many shortcuts. So I understood that, okay, you are almost familiar with all the shortcuts, right? Definitely shortcut is a key, right? It helps you to, spend your time wisely, right? You can save your a lot of time. So whenever if you are using the social media, many people are spreading lots of that. Okay, get this 1,000 shortcut, get this 50 Excel shortcut, and you'll become Excel expert. But honestly, I will say you don't need to remember every shortcuts. Okay, you just try and find that what are the shortcuts which I use in my day-to-day life. It is not compulsory that you take some PDF and remember all 50 shortcuts, and then you are spending your whole time in just remembering them.
Correct. Pushkar is telling very point. I keep seeing on LinkedIn, many people are sharing some important shortcuts for, and that's 100 shortcut. No, guys, even in my 7 years experience, I might have used Pushkar 5 to 7 only, hardly, whatever people are saying. We don't have to remember at all. Nobody gonna ask you in interview, okay, tell me the shortcut for doing this stuff. No, that's not how it works. So you don't have to remember, just the basic one which Pushkar will tell you in the class, which you will use in your day-to-day life while working in IT industry. That all you know. That's it.
Yes. Because everyone will tell you that, oh, how many shortcuts you know? That it is not compulsory to remember every 50 shortcuts. Because if you're spending your time to find the key on keyboard, that is complete waste of time, rather than just take your mouse and click on that, right? So we are not, it is not compulsory to remember every shortcut. Okay, so don't feel that, okay, if I don't know those shortcuts, so I'll not become Excel expert anytime. Okay, so in this section, we are going to start with very basic shortcut, which you will definitely use in your day-to-day life. Okay, so the first shortcut, as someone told, that Control, Shift, and right arrow, or up arrow, or down arrow, or left arrow, right? What are these things? So right now you can see I am on this cell. Okay, I am on A4 right now, and now if I want to move on the right hand side, right? I want to go to the right hand side, the most right hand side. So how we will do? So in that case, we simply press Control and right arrow. If I press Control and right arrow, then it will take me to the most active cell, right? Now you can see it stop here. The reason, here we have some blank, right? If I take my cell on this one, and now if I press Control and right arrow, now you can see now we are on the last column, right? So last active cell of that specific row. The same way, if I want to go on the left hand side, in that case, we'll press left and control and left arrow key, right? And if I want to go down, so in that case, we will press Control and down arrow. So again, you can see it stopped on 11. We still have data here, but it stopped here. The reason, here we have one blank row, right? So if I again click on upside, if I press Control and up arrow, then we'll come on the first cell, right? So this is just for the navigation. When you want to navigate in your spreadsheet, when you have huge spreadsheet, so it helps you to navigate from one end to another end, right? So this we show for the jumping, when you want to jump from one cell to another cell. But when you want to select them, right? When you only don't want to jump on the last cell, but you also want to select that cell. So in that case, we can press Control, Shift, and right arrow. So I'm pressing Control, Shift, and right arrow. The reason, I want to select the whole section on the right hand side, right? Now I want to select the downward section also. All these rows I want to select. So in that case, I want to select. So that's why I'll press Control, Shift, and I'll press down arrow. So you can see now our whole area is selected. This remaining part is not selected. The reason is, here we have one blank row, right? So these are the shortcuts which we use for the navigation. First, when you want to jump from one cell to another in any direction, you can press Control and right arrow, down arrow, up arrow, or left arrow. When you want to select that part, so along with Control and arrow key, you also need to press Shift. So you can press Shift and Control, and you can just select the area by pressing the right arrow. If you want to select the right area, if you want to select the left area, you can press left arrow key, right? If you want to select the downward, so you will select the down arrow. Okay, is it clear for everyone? I hope it is clear with everyone, right? So now when I say that, okay, when I want to move on the right hand side, when I want to move on the left hand side, so every time whenever I am trying to move on the right hand side, my cell is getting stopped here. The reason, I have blank column here. The same thing when I'm trying downward direction, my cell is stopped here. The reason, we have blank row here. Okay, so now how to select the whole area? So generally what we do, I have seen generally what people do, they press Control, Shift, right arrow. Now here we stop. Then again we will press Control, Shift, right arrow. Then till here we selected. Then again we will press Control, Shift, right arrow. Then we have selected till here. Now I want to select in downward direction. So we'll press Control, Shift, down arrow. So now till here we selected. Now here we stop because of this blank row. So again I'll press Control, Shift, down arrow. Sorry. Right. So we got till first row. Again, I'll press Control Shift down arrow. Again, we stop because we have blank row. Again, I'll press, again, I'll select like this. So right now it seems very easy because I have around 5 or 10 blank rows only. But think that you have around 50,000 rows, and in that 50,000 rows, you have 1,000 blank rows. So do you think that this is productive, that selecting like this, that select a Control Shift down arrow, down arrow, down arrow? No, definitely it is not productive, right? So in that case, we have one shortcut that you can definitely use. So what is this shortcut? So now what I want to do, I want to select the whole area, right? Instead of blank, I don't want to go always press Control Shift down arrow because of this blank row, but I want to select the whole section in just one click. So how we can do that? So in that case, you can simply press Control Shift and End key. Okay. Once you press Control Shift and End key, you can see it has selected all the cell, right? So it will select the whole area till last active cell. So you can see my last active cell is in 10,000 row, 10,002, and in a V column. So it's selected till here, right? Instead, it do not care that what are the blank rows, how many blank rows we have. It do not care. It simply selected the whole area, right? So can anyone tell me which shortcut key I have used to select the whole section?
Control plus Shift plus and. But for selecting the whole area, we can use Control plus A also. Don't
Yes.
you think so?
Yes, you can definitely press Control plus A, but when you want to jump till the last active cell, it is always better practice that you select the Control Shift. Right now, let's try Control A. Right, so you can see when I am on this first cell, I am pressing Control A, so it is selecting till here only, right?
Okay.
Because
Okay.
this section is blank, it will not consider that. So when it is better practice to Control A when you don't have this kind of blank sections, right?
Okay.
If I
Got
select
it.
here,
Got it.
Control A, then only this part is selected. Okay, so that's why whenever you have some blank rows, blank column, and you don't want to get this hurdle, you can simply press Control Shift End key, and it will select your whole section. Okay, this will definitely help you because if you have the 50,000 rows, so rather than pressing Control Shift down arrow 50 times, you can simply press Control Shift End key. It will select your whole section. Now I have selected whole section. Now my whole table is selected. I am very happy, but now I am in worry that because I can see some names here. I can see some text that United States, then I have some state names, Los Angeles, then I have California, then I have some regions, then I have some numbers here, then at last also I have some numbers, but I don't know that what these numbers are representing, right? Because I cannot see the header here, right? So in that case, generally what we do, we take our cursor and we scroll like this, right? We scroll like this, but it takes a lot of time when you have too many rows. So it takes a lot of time to go upside. So in that case, when you press Control Shift and End key, when you have selected the whole table till last active cell, and now when you want to jump on first row to see the header, you can simply press Control Backspace. Okay, once you press Control Backspace, you can see from 10,000 row, we are directly came on fourth row. So now I again came on fourth row from the last row, right? So is it clear for everyone? If you have any questions, any query, feel free to ask. Okay. Anyone?
So you said Control Shift End, and then what was the command you mentioned?
Yes. So first of all, we'll select the Control Shift End. So now whole area is selected. Now I want to jump on the header on the first row selected. So you'll simply press Control and Backspace key. Okay. You can simply press Control and Backspace, and you can see from last row, now we are directly came on first row. Okay. I hope it is clear.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
Like, can't we freeze the pane and then freeze the pane of the fourth row, and then we are able to actually do everything?
Yeah.
We can see the header or the metadata.
Definitely. You can press the, you can definitely freeze the first row, and you can definitely do it. That is the one option, definitely. But when you're talking about the shortcut, so if you don't want to freeze due to some things, then you can definitely use this shortcut. But yeah, freeze is definitely one option. You can freeze the first row, right, above section, and then you can take on the last, right? That's fine.
I have a doubt. When I am using Control Shift End, so it is redirecting to me to the next tab. So why is it happening with next sheet? Why is it happening?
No, Control Shift End key is only one use that it can select till the last cell. It cannot take you on the another sheet.
Yeah, but I tried now, but it is redirecting me to the next sheet itself. I don't know why.
Okay. Okay. So after the session, we can definitely connect. You can share the doubt and we can definitely look into that. Okay.
Sure,
So I'm
sure.
also facing the same issue. I can't use that Control Shift in and select the whole data.
Okay. Okay. We'll look into that doubt and we'll definitely see and we'll definitely share something. Okay. Okay. Is it clear, guys? The shortcuts which we have seen. First, we have seen about the navigation shortcuts, which we use by helping the Control Shift and arrow keys. After that, we have seen Control Shift and End key to go to the last active cell. And then we have used Control and Backspace key to come on the first row, right, of whatever we have selected, right? Now, you can see in our data, we have two yellow section. The first is the C column, and then I have this third row, which is highlighted yellow. So what I want to do, I want to delete this yellow highlighted section. So generally what we do when we want to delete something, we generally right click here and we simply delete. Okay, this is general practice which we do. But now we are looking for the shortcuts. So which shortcut we can use? So right now you can see I am on this cell, right? I am on the C column. I am selecting any of the cell. And now, first of all, if I want to delete the C column, the first thing I need to do is I need to select the column. Okay, so how we can select the whole column? So you can simply press Control and Space. Okay, I'm again repeating. You can press Control and Space key. Then it will select your column. Okay, then you can simply press Control and minus. Once you press Control and minus, it will delete the selected section. Okay, so Control minus is not specifically for the column. Control minus, what Control and minus will do, it will delete whatever you have selected. Okay, so right now we wanted to delete this column. The first thing we need to select it. So we press Control and Space key. So it selected the whole C column. And now I want to delete. So we'll simply press Control minus. So it will delete that column. Okay. Is it clear for everyone? Anyone have doubt? Okay. Okay. Right. So this was about the selecting the column. Now, if I want to select row, okay, if I want to select this third row, I want to delete it. So in that case, we will press Shift and Space key. Okay. For column, we are selecting Control and Space. For row, we will select Shift and Space. Okay. And now again, if we want to delete, then we have shortcut key. We'll simply press Control and minus. And what Control minus will do? It will delete the selected part. Okay. So here we have seen total 3 shortcuts. So when you want to select the column, you will press Control and Space. When you want to select whole row, you will press Shift and Space. And when you want to delete something which you have selected, then you can press Control and minus key. So it will delete that part. Okay. Now it was about deleting. But what if I want to add something? If I want to add whole column or if I want to add new row. So in that case, again, I want to insert one row, insert one column here between B and C. So the first thing I'll do, first of all, I'll select whole column, right? And then when you want to insert something, so we need to press total 3 keys. So earlier we want to, when we want to delete, we just need to press Control and minus. But when you want to add something, you can simply press Control, Shift and plus. Okay. When you press Control, Shift and plus, it will add a new column. Right, so the by default column will always be add on the left hand side, right? So this is how you can add the column. Okay. Now again, I want to insert one row between this third and fourth. So again, first we need to select something, right? So first we need to select the row. To select the row, we'll simply press Shift and Space key. So once I press Shift and Space, my row is selected. And now when I want to add something, so we can simply press Control, Shift and plus sign. So you can see when I press Control, Shift and plus, it will add new row between third row and earlier which was 4th. Now it became 5th, right? So between this row ID in this one, we have added one blank row. Okay. So yes, let's repeat the whole part again. So can anyone tell me that which shortcut key I'll use to select whole column?
Control plus space.
Control space, perfect. Which shortcut key we will use to delete any selected part?
Control plus minus.
Control minus. And which shortcut we will use to add selected part?
Control Shift plus.
Control Shift and plus. And which is the shortcut key which we'll use to select whole row?
Shift
Shift
plus space.
Yes, Shift and space, right? So these are very key shortcuts, that will help you a lot when you want to insert, delete this time, right? Rather than clicking here and doing this thing, you can simply use the shortcut key. They will be really helpful for you. Okay. Now, when I say that control minus for deleting and control shift for adding, so as I told, it is not specifically for whole column and whole row, right? You can do it for the single cell also. So whatever you have selected, for example, I have selected this cell, right? My cell is C2. And now if I press here control shift and plus sign, so now when I am selecting only one cell, it will ask me these 4 options. Okay. Okay, let's do it here so that you can easily see it. So I'll select this cell D2. I'll press control shift plus. So now it is asking me 4 things. Shift cells to the right hand side. So if I select the first option and click on that, so my whole data, whatever data will be here, that will shift on right hand side. If I select shift cells downward side, okay, if I select the second option, if I click on OK, so you can see now my whole data of that column shifted 1 cell down, right? So order date was earlier here, now it moved to here. These dates were starting from this 5th row, but now they are starting from 6th row. Okay. Now, if I press control shift plus again, so the third option, entire row. So you can see here we directly have the option entire row and entire column. So if I select entire column and click on OK, so it will add new column for us. Okay. Instead of that, if I press and if I select entire row, then it will add new row here. Okay. So this is how you can also add row and column by just selecting one cell also. And the same thing is for deleting part. If I press control minus here, so again, I'll get the same options, right? Shift cell on the left hand side, shift cell on the up side. Earlier when we were inserting, it was showing shift cells right? Shift cells down. But now when we are trying to delete it, it is showing that shift cells on the left hand side and shift cells on the upward. Okay. And the last 2 options are the same, entire row or entire column. So if I select entire row, if I click on OK, so it will delete that entire row. Okay. So this control minus key and control shift and plus key, these are used to insert and delete the selected part. Okay. So I hope all shortcuts are clear till here. Okay. If you have any doubts, any query, feel free to ask.
The control shift plus.
Yes.
I think not working for me.
It should definitely work. You can press control shift and plus key. It will definitely give you this kind of option if you have just selected one cell. If you have selected the whole row or whole column, then it will accordingly it will add new column or new row for you. So it should definitely work. These are not working for other things.
Sir, I have a doubt. Sir, while selecting the whole whole data, control shift and end. If we have the whole null data in the last column, will it also be selected, sir?
Null data in the last column, right? Yes. You mean to see this one?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So what it do? What it basically do? Let me show you the concept behind it. So when you press control shift and end key, it do not know that where your data is getting end. It will only select the data till last active cell. For example, if I am adding something here, okay, I just add some random text here in this W column, okay, in this specific cell. And now if I come to this first cell, if I select control shift and end key, so now you can see it has selected till W column because I have added something in that column. You understand? Yes. So it will go till the last row if it is blank, but in that specific row or column, if you have added something, it will select the whole part. So in this kind of cases, if I don't need this V and W column, I'll press shift and I'll press this left arrows and I'll deselect this part like this. okay, because I don't need them. So it will go and find the last active cell and it will select the whole section. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Sir, one question here, sir.
Yes.
If we are populating data in a column and in middle we are leaving one column blank, and after that again we are populating data, and then we try to select the whole tab, this whole column, then what will happen? It will select up to the last row, or the blank row will also be will not be included. It just cut where the blank row is there.
Okay, so if I understood your question correctly, so what you are trying to say that if I press control space, so will it select the whole column or will it select the only active cell and it will not select the blank row? Is it?
Yes, and how can we just select up to that last active last means last data where the before the blank space? Like if we want to select 8 November up to 9th June for 14. So like that, is that any shortcut? If we are taking more than 100 or 1,000 rows at a time like that, so how can we?
What you're trying to say, you want to select only this part, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so in that case, you can simply select this cell. You can press Control Shift down arrow. So it will...
Yes, but if this number is increased and it become 1,000 or lakhs, then what should be any there?
See, when you press Control Shift down arrow, if you have data till 1 lakh row or 5 lakh row, right, and you don't have any blank row, so it will select that whole section. It will never stop. Okay, but once you get the blank row, it will stop there, right? So from this 9th June, after that, if I have 10,000 row and if I press Control Shift down arrow, it will select all that 10,000 cell. Okay, it will not stop. But yeah, if you have blank row or blank cell in that, it will definitely stop there. Okay.
Sir, you said before. Sir, one more question. If you want to move a blank cell.
Your voice is very low. I am not able to hear you properly.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Hello.
Your voice is quite low. I don't know it is for me or for others too, but I'm not able to hear you properly.
Can I ask, sir?
Yes, go ahead.
Here in this case, if we want to select from 8 November 2016, where the row is till 11th row, 9th June of 14, and at the same time, if we want to multiple selection after that there is space, can you please show me that data?
Sorry, what your
fifth row.
Yes.
Here from 8 November to till 9th June 2014, 11th row, and at the same time, if I want to select multiple times, like 9th of June, row 13, till where the data appears down.
So what I understood is that you want to select this below section also, correct?
Yes, excepting this blank section.
Except this blank space.
12th, yes, the 12th row.
Okay, so you want to select the whole data except these blank rows.
Except
correct?
blank, yes, sir.
Okay, so in that case, this shortcut will not work, but we have one thing that is called Control G. So I'll definitely keep your question. When we'll see the Control G part, we'll cover the same thing. Okay, so that time your doubt will be definitely clear. Okay, just recall me this question because this thing is not covered by this shortcut, but when we talk about the Control G part, this will definitely cover. Okay, we'll not select the blank part and we'll select only the data part. Okay.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
Okay. Perfect. But definitely we will cover the same thing we are going to cover in a Control G. So I hope you can definitely relate that. But at that time also, if you are not able to relate, then we'll definitely do based on your data or based on whatever is your requirement. Okay. But I understood your question. It will cover the same thing when we talk about the Control G. Okay.
Yes.
Sir, you said just 5 minutes ago that if you want to move a blank cell down, means one down, so we will press Control Shift plus Control Shift then plus, so it move down.
Yeah, Control Shift down arrow when you press, you will select like this. right? You will selecting.
No,
You
no,
will do like
particular
this.
cell.
Huh?
If you want to move it down to the next, so what key we use? Shortcut key.
We'll press Control Shift plus sign, and then you'll get this option. If you
So
want to
this is
down,
not enable actually
this is
for
not
us.
enable.
Yeah, means if I try to this thing now, so it is not working.
Okay, are you using Mac or Windows?
Windows, sir.
No, it should definitely that. If you press Control Shift plus, it should definitely, because these are not the things which we
Yes.
need to active. Right? This
Same
is
for me also, sir. Control Shift Plus is not working. Not any warning.
Same for me, sir, also.
So this is your 21 version. Excel.
Yes, this is the latest one, Microsoft 365.
Okay, sir.
Latest version.
If
I am also using 365.
I think it should work in all the Excel.
Yes, it should definitely.
That is
Okay,
with the keyboard function keys.
Yeah, no, we are not using the function keys right now. So, you know, the laptop and the desktop keyboard issue will not be here because we are not using the functions key here. But okay, we'll see that why you are not able to use that Control Shift and plus sign, right? The specific this one only, correct?
Sir, we can try only Control Plus. Control Plus will work.
Okay, so you are using okay, when you're pressing Control Plus, you are getting the same thing. Okay.
Yes.
But still we'll see the difference why they are getting the sometimes Control Shift and plus and only Control Plus.
Yes, sir. Control Plus is working for me.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay, well, definitely we'll see the backend reason for that. Okay.
Sir, for me, Control Plus is also not working.
Okay, definitely. Okay, so you just write your issue in the chat box. Okay, so I'll just take a note of these people that who is not able to. What's your name? What's your good name?
Ananya, sir. Ananya Vaishnav.
Amanat, sir.
Okay, sure. What name you told? Aman? Can you just write your issue in the chat box? So I'll just take
Amanat.
Amanat. Okay.
We have the WhatsApp group, guys. So don't worry. Any doubt if it is not working for you, Pushkar is there in the WhatsApp group. We'll share it.
Definitely. Yeah. Just write the same in the chat box. Yes. You can put the same thing in the chat box, okay, or our WhatsApp group. Fine. Yeah. Okay. So now can we move ahead? Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. So now, after seeing these basic shortcuts for the navigation, selecting, deleting, right, I'm going to take one very interesting part, and that is called quick access toolbar. Okay. So what is the quick access toolbar? Basically, if you see on the upside, you might have here on the downward direction, but on the upside, you will see this kind of button like a save, undo, or redo. Right, you will see only 2-3 buttons. And after this 2-3 button, you can see this one arrow. When you put your cursor here, you can see one thing that is called customize quick access toolbar. Now, what is that? So if you click on that, you will see many things like automatically save, new, open, email, quick print, print preview, many things are there, right? Sorting is also there like this. Now, if you want to add something, so for example, if you are using the filtering, right, you want to filter your data 10 times in a day. Okay, so every day you are using the filter, and what we do, we go to home, we go to sort and filter, and we use this filter. Or else, if you remember the shortcut, you press Control Shift L. But how can you create your own customized shortcuts? Because the shortcut which I have seen till now, these are all Microsoft defined Excel shortcuts, right? But how you can create your customized shortcut, right, which is specifically for you, not for others, right? To do that, you can simply go to this customize quick access toolbar, right? And here you will already get many options. But if you are finding some option which is not available here, you can simply click on more commands. Okay. Now, if you go to more commands, you can see here we have the huge list, right? And in this list also, if you are not able to find your command, so here you can see it is showing the popular commands. So instead of that, if you go here and if you click on all commands, so now this list will be huge, right? So this will cover all the functions which are available in Excel. Okay, you can see these are all the functions which are available in Excel. So now when I say how can we use this, okay, you got that, okay, I want this function as my shortcut. Now, once you selected this, so for example, I'll select from the popular, add or remove filter. Okay, I'll click on that. I'll click on add. So you can see on right hand side, now I have this auto save, save, undo, redo, and I also have this add or remove filters. Okay, then we'll simply click on OK. Now you can see now we got one more button, and that is called filter, right? So you will tell, for example, now if I want to apply the filter, I'll select this one, right? I'll select my row and I'll click on this, and my filter is applied, right? So now I was expecting one question from all of you that, okay, Pushkar, we need to take our cursor and we need to click on that. Then how this called shortcut? Because shortcut is generally used by the keyboard, not by the mouse. So how it called the shortcut? So it is shortcut basically. So how we can use this shortcut? So if you press Alt key, right, you will definitely find the Alt key, which is on the left hand side of your space bar. If you press Alt key, then you will see this kind of numbers assigned, right? So 1, then 2, the 3 is for undo, 4 is for redo, then 5th is for filter. Okay. Now this is my laptop, and I know that this will always be on 5th. But if you are adding something else, or if you are adding 2 or 3 things which are using multiple times in your day-to-day life, so you can add multiple things, then in that case number sequence will be little different. So right now for me it is 5th. So what I'll do when I want to apply the shortcut, I'll select, right, I'll press Alt key, and then I'll simply press 5. So you can see my filter is applied. If I want to remove it, I'll again press Alt key and I'll press 5, right? So this Alt and Pi is not available in Microsoft Shortcuts, right? This is the shortcut which I have created on my own for this customized, with help of this customized quick access toolbar. If someone of you tell that, okay, Pushkar, we don't need this, we want something email, right? If you add this email section, you will get this email attachment option, because once you have done this file, if you want to send this file to your team members or colleagues or anyone of your organization, so in that case, you can simply click on that. If you click on that, it will directly take you on your Outlook and it will attach this Excel file, right? But if you don't want to click here, you can simply press Alt key, and now you can see now it is on a 6th number. So if I press 6, it will directly attach in my email box, okay, as a new email, and the whole Excel file will be attached in that, so that I can add the users and I can directly send the mail. Okay, so this is not, if you try to add filter, it might not show you the 5th number, because if you have something else, right? So you don't need to focus on number, but understand the concept. So you can just simply add the quick access toolbar from here, and once you want to access them, you can simply press Alt key. Once you press Alt key, it will assign the number. Just remember that number and simply press that number. So it will do the same exercise for you. Okay, so this is called customized quick access toolbar, right? So these are not the shortcuts which are defined. These are the shortcuts which you will create for your own, because I am using filter multiple times. So there are cases that you might using something else. So if you go to more commands, now for example, someone is using something, for example, someone is using these borders. Okay, so I'll select these borders, I'll click on add, I'll click on OK, right? So any of you is trying to add borders every day, 10 times a day, 15 times a day. So I'll select this part, I'll press Alt key, and now my border is, you can see, it is on 7th. So I'll press 7th. And once I press 7th, now I got all the border option, right? If I want all borders, I have A also. So I'll press A. So it will apply all borders to my selected cell.
Sir, so directly we need to press Control plus A, or means Alt plus A, or only A?
No. See, first once you press Alt key, then it will assign this number, right? So you can see I have added this quick access toolbar, all borders, which is on 7th number. So now once I press Alt key, I'll press 7. So once in the 7, I got all the options. So now I know that, okay, all borders is on A. So I'll select A. So every time when I want to apply all borders, what I'll do, I'll press Alt 7A, right? This is shortcut for me. So sometimes if you have not added this filter or attachment, so it will not show you the 7th number. It might show the 5th number or 4th number for you, right? So this will be different once you, based on your selection and based on your requirement. So that's why it's called the custom. Yeah.
So does it work for all the system?
Yes. Does it work
because
for all?
in my Excel it is not working. Even I have added that mail option, and that option is number 4. So I have pressed Alt plus 4, so it doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Okay. What you are using? Mac.
No, Windows, sir.
Windows. Okay. Do you have the Outlook and anything in that?
No, sir.
Yeah. Then email attachment will not. Whereas if you have the login with the Outlook with the same account, then once you press the attachment, it will directly take you on the Outlook, right? So, okay. So once you have the Outlook, you can definitely click on that because the same thing I'm using in my day-to-day life. Okay. Once you click here, it will directly attach in the email.
Sir, but we have other account like Gmail account. Okay, so
Yes.
why does it work with that? Why it is not attaching to the other?
Yeah, it should definitely work with that Gmail account also, right? If you have login, it should definitely work on that also, right? But right now, generally I have used this for Outlook, so it should definitely use for Outlook only, right?
Pushkar, so how many such tabs can we keep adding to the quick access filter? I mean, is there a limit?
Yes, you can add as many as you want.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Any doubts? Any questions? Or we can
Can you please repeat that what shortcut key we have to apply to select the F5 or something?
Right. So I'll just rephrase your sentence that you should not remember the shortcut key. You just need to remember one key, that is Alt. Once you press Alt, Excel will directly show you that what you need to press now. Okay. So you can see right now it is filter is on a 5th. My borders on a 7th. So if I press 5, then it will apply the filters. Right? If I press Alt and 5 again, it will remove that filter. Right? So you don't need to remember these numbers. You just need to remember one thing, Alt key.
Yeah,
If you have seen that number, then it will be customized for you. So you can remember that part. Correct? So I hope it is clear for everyone. Right?
Yeah. Pushkar, the filter option is being disabled in my Excel sheet. Email, I can see email button, but the filter one. So how to enable that?
Try in that one. Try in this all commands. You might definitely find is the all command. Okay. Right now in popular command, it might not do it. So you can just
No, I have added that to the quick access toolbar, but top row, it is showing me like a disabled thing.
What disabled thing?
I am not able to select that option. When I'm pressing Alt and 4 or 5, the option is not getting selected.
Okay. For example, right now I can see this kind of filter icon. So are you able to see the same?
Yes, I'm able to see, but when I'm pressing it on, pressing on it or doing something, it's not happening.
Okay. What you have selected?
Filter option, like add or remove.
No, I'm not talking about that. So for example, right now I have selected, I hope you are on the same sheet. So try to select the whole row like this. I have selected this whole row, for example, third row.
Yeah,
okay. Select the first two cells or select only one cell. That's fine. A3, select only A3.
Yeah, I've selected.
Press Alt key.
Yeah.
Now, are you getting some numbers here?
Yeah, I'm getting number 5, but the number is little dark. Like what your number 4 is little lighter, right?
Yeah, it is grayed out because right now it is not applicable in that.
Exactly, it is grayed out for me, the filter symbol.
Okay, just take the screenshot of that and just put that same thing in our WhatsApp group.
Sure.
We'll see that. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so this was about
sir.
Yes.
Hello. You told no means which command is used for means removing the filter after selecting. The Alt plus F5 you selected, then the filter is applied.
Right.
Yeah, after that
Same
you
thing.
told
The same key. To remove the filter, same key. Alt 5 for applying, Alt 5 for removing. Same key. Okay. Perfect.
Thank you.
Yes. So this was about the customized access toolbar, right? So as I told that whatever thing in Excel you are using multiple times in a day, 10 times, 15 times, you can add them into quick access toolbar. So that can save your time. Okay. Rather than finding in all these steps, you can directly add them into quick access toolbar. Now, after that, we are going to see some shortcut. Yes, anyone?
Sir, if I'm using filter option, and if some rows are contains blank, I'm not able to get all the row values in filter.
Definitely, you will not get because you have this blank row. For example, you can see my filter right now, right? When I'm checking any of this, I can see everything blank. Why? The reason is we have some blank rows here. Okay. So first of all, we need to delete these blank rows. Okay. So once you delete these blank rows, only then it will be apply into the continuation. Okay. So let me explain you how we can remove these blank rows also. Okay. So let's go with that control G part because we got 3 questions. So let's find that. Okay. How we can remove this wall blank rows. So generally what we do, we select like this, correct? We select one by one like this, and then we simply delete it. Okay. Or else instead of that, what we can do. So can anyone tell me what shortcut I have used to select whole data till last active cell?
Control A. I think.
Control Shift plus N.
Control Shift plus End.
N. Control Shift and End. Yes, Control Shift and End. Once I select Control Shift and End, right? So now it is selecting the whole area. Right now my whole area is selected. Now I want to jump to the first row. What shortcut I'll use?
Control plus backspace.
Perfect. Control backspace. Right. So now control backspace. Now I have selected the whole section. Now what I'm trying to do, I want to remove this blank rows. Okay, I don't want this blank row. So in that case, what we will do, so this is the section which you are going to cover in the next upcoming part, but we are covering right now also, and definitely we will do the revision when we are actually scheduled that. But right now you just focus on what I am doing. So I have selected the whole section. After that, we'll press Control G. Okay, so Control G is for go to. So once you press on Control G, then you will see this kind of dialog box. In this dialog box, you will see one thing that is called special. Once you click on the special, now you can see there are multiple radio buttons here, right? You can see multiple things are here. Now, out of all of this, what we are looking for the blank things. Okay, what I am trying to do, I just want to select the blank thing, nothing else. Okay, so here you can see we have one option that is called blank. So I'll click on blanks. I'll click on OK. Now it's taking a little time because the rows are many. There are many rows. Okay, you can see on the left hand side, it is scanning the whole section. It is running. Yes. Right. So now you can see out of our whole data, now only blank part is selected. Right. If I scroll little down, you can see only blank rows are selected. Nothing is selected else. Nothing else is selected. Okay. Now, can anyone tell me that if I want to delete this, what shortcut I'll use?
Control minus.
Control minus. Perfect. So we press Control minus here, right? And you can see now what shortcut, which option I should use here?
Up.
Up one. Perfect. So we'll use the up one because left doesn't make any sense. So we'll use up and we'll click on. Okay. So now you can see all blank rows is removed. Now if I scroll till last, you can see we do not find any blank rows. If I press Control down arrow, I am on last cell. If I press Control up arrow, I am on my header. Okay. And now if I try my filter, you can see now in my filter, I can see all the options which are available in my column. Okay. So when you have the blank row, definitely it will not cover the whole section in the filter part. So this is how you can quickly delete how many there may be 1,000 blank rows or 10,000 blank rows. You can simply delete it by this Control G. So I hope it is clear for everyone. You can quickly delete how many there may be 1,000 blank rows or 10,000 blank rows. Anyone can simply delete it by this Control G. But I can. This is an. Now you can quickly delete how many. I can hear my own voice. Can you please mute yourself, please? Okay, now it's fine. Okay, so this is how you can simply delete all the blank rows, and then you can definitely use these filters now. Okay, so I hope this question is clear now.
Just to add Pushkar's point, now this will really help you when you will be working on the client data, because client will usually share you millions of records. Then in that case, it becomes very tedious to remove all this blank. So the whatever he has taught is really a great thing, which every day you'll be using it. Anything which Pushkar has discussed today, I've been using this entire 7 years down the line. So focus on all this. This will really help you in easing your work while working in any company, not only from the data analytics point of view, but if you're in the sales people, if you're working as in sales or any domain, hospitality domain, admin domain, you will be working with all these Excel files. So this is really helpful. Yeah.
Yes, as Anand told correctly, that me and Anand have customized this course only the way that it can be helpful in your professional life. It is not like just teaching you the concept, but how it actually used in your day-to-day life. Okay, when you move towards your professional life, these things will definitely help you. Okay, and on the first day or on the first month of your joining, if you show this kind of things to your colleagues, which they are not able to do, then it will definitely give you a really good impression. Okay, so you will be the Excel expert for that team or for that department, definitely. Yeah. Okay, so this was about the deleting the blank rows in our data. So now our data is little clean compared to the earlier which we had. Now we are going to see some shortcut regarding the date. Okay, so now today we are on the 4th November. So if I want to use current date, if I want to add current date here, so you might definitely heard about this formula that is called today. So we can simply type here today, right? In today, there is no argument. Open the bracket, close the bracket, hit on enter. So you will get current date, which is 4th November. And it is completely dynamic. So if I check this tomorrow, it will be converted into 5th November. Okay, but if I don't want to use this formula, I just want current date. So in that case, you can simply press Control semicolon. I'm sorry. So you can simply press Control and I'll type here semicolon. Okay, if I type here Control and semicolon, you can see we got current date, right? And this is not the formula; it is hard-coded date. You can simply press Control semicolon; it will add that date.
So then, sir, what is the difference between current date and today's date if we are using two different
yes,
formula?
so this is hard-coded. You can see in a formula bar, there is no formula. So if I check this tomorrow it will be the same 4th November. But if I use today formula, so tomorrow after 12 o'clock, it will be updated and it will be changed to 5th November. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Now, if you want to add current time, so in that case, you can press Control Shift and semicolon. Once you press Control Shift and semicolon, then it will give you the current time. So you can see right now the current time is 3:59. It is showing the same. It is in a 24 hours format. Okay. If you want to change the format, you can definitely go here, right? We can go to this custom section and we can change the format, right? But definitely that is the second thing. But if you want to add current time, you can use this kind of thing. Now, if you want both current date and current time both, so in that case, what you can do, you can press Control semicolon, right? So first I press Control semicolon, so I got my current date. Now I'll add one space here, okay? And after that, I'll press Control Shift and semicolon. So now you can see now I got two things in one cell only, because my data is right now formatted like this. So that's why it is showing 4th November 2023. Okay, but if I add somewhere else, for example, Control semicolon, then space and Control Shift semicolon, hit on enter. You can see I got current date and current time in one cell only. Okay. Is it clear for everyone?
Sir, please repeat last shortcut.
Yes. So it was not a new shortcut, but it is just combination of two shortcuts. Okay. First, I want current date. So I'll press Control and semicolon. Okay. Then we'll add one space here. After that, we want to add current time. So we'll press Control Shift and semicolon. So it will add current time also. Okay. So this is how in one cell we got current date and current time, both things. Okay. Is it clear for everyone?
Sir, if you want current date in the day, so what is the formula then?
Current date in a day. Yeah, in that case, what you need to do, you can just go here, okay, in a more number format, and you can define your custom format here. Okay, so right now you can see it is showing DDD, MM, YYY. It is the format like this. So you can definitely change this format the way you want. Okay, so you are looking for day. So I am just adding one more D here. So it is showing the day name and the time. If I add one more D, it will show the full name of the day and the time. Okay, so this is based on you. Here you will definitely get many options already there, right? You can see there are multiple options. If you want a customized option, then you can definitely type it here. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So this was about adding current date and current time, how we can add that. And when I talk about this formatting, okay, so generally we go here and we select the formatting, but we also have shortcut for that. So first of all, let me do one change here. So you might have seen this kind of thing. Whenever you have some date data, but date is showing something like this number, 42,682, 42,685, right? So many times you will get the client data, or if you get data from your colleague, the format is like this. It is showing the date, it is showing this kind of number instead of the date, right? So generally what we do, we select this section, we go to this formatting option, click on more number formats, and here we have option of the date. So we can select any of this. Okay, I can select any of this. For example, if I select the last one, if I click on OK, so it will define that format. But we also have one shortcut for that. So right now you can see my data are in a number format. This is not the wrong data. It is correct data. But the reason it is showing like this number, that my dates are in a number format. Okay, so I want to convert them into date format. So in that case, we can simply press Control Shift and 3. If you press Control Shift and 3, it will be converted into this kind of date format, or else some different kind of date format, but it will convert from your number format to date format. Okay, and if you want some customized format on your, right, if you don't want this by default format, then you can simply press Control 1. Okay, if you press Control 1, it will take you to this format cell option, and again now you can customize it on your own. Okay, for example, I don't want date, I only want month and year, so I'll remove this D and I'll just keep this 3 times M, right, and then 2 times Y, and if I click on OK.
Sir, wait, sir, just above the customize you are doing, above that there's a sample, so it will show that what we are choosing, so it will reflect the same thing, na?
Yes. You are
Why
this one?
Yeah, sir. Yeah. So why it is not showing the same thing above in the sample? If before this you have removed DD and you have taken 3M. So why it is not showing in the sample that what type of date will come there in the sample?
We have selected the whole section, that's why. We have selected 2 columns, so that's why it is showing like this. Okay. Yeah. But so here the key thing is 2 shortcuts. First, when you want to convert the number format into date format, the shortcut is Control, Shift, and 3. Okay. When you want to convert into some customized format, right, then you can select the data and you can press Control and 1. Okay. So these 2 are the shortcuts which we use for the formatting. So I hope it is clear till here. Okay.
Sir, can you please show once the Control Shift 3, what is happening?
Control Shift 3. Okay. So let me convert this into again number. So have you seen this sort of data sometimes? You have the date, but some number.
Yes.
So what we have done, we have selected the section, right? Or else you can select like this also. Okay. I am selecting the whole column. It doesn't mean that it is compulsory. You can select like this also. Okay. The same thing. Then you can simply press Control Shift 3. So it will be converted into date format. Okay. Then if you want to customize it, press Control 1, and then you have many options. You can select any of this. Okay. By default, there are many options available in this one also. If you go to date section, in date section also, you have many options. But if you want to customize on your own, then you can come to this last section, custom, and you can just put this thing here. Okay. And sometimes if you get confused, so that, okay, which one I need to do, just simply go to Google or ask ChatGPT that, okay, I want this kind of format. If you don't want to put any efforts, just go and ChatGPT and put that, okay, I want this format, which type of formatting I should add in Excel. So it will give you, just copy paste it and you will get the same. Okay. That is not that much complex. You can easily do it. Okay. But sometimes you forget how to do that. Just go to ChatGPT and ask that I want this set of format, which kind of format I need to add. So it will give you the answer.
And how you are doing the format cells, how you are getting the format cell window, just right clicking and getting the format cell.
Yes, right clicking the format cell, I didn't understood.
Okay. And
how I'm going into that format cell dialog box?
Yes.
Control 1. You need to press Control 1 and this dialog box will open. If you forget, if you don't remember the shortcut, simply go click on this arrow, click on more number formats, and it will give you the same thing. Okay.
Oh.
Yes. Sir, one small doubt. Sir, go to the C3, means order date, means I selected order date here.
Yes.
Yeah, after that, I have to select the order date cell, whole C and whole D. So which shortcut I have to use? For selecting a particular order date and save date.
Okay, so you want to select this whole column and this whole column, is it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so what you do, first of all, select these two cells, okay? Then press Control space and it will select the whole columns, Control space, okay? Or else, if you don't want to select whole column, only the date part, simply you can use the navigation keys. That means just Control Shift and right arrow to select these two cells. And when you want to select the whole column for the specific two cell, then simply press Control Shift down arrow. So it will select all the data of them, okay? So you just need to play with this Control Shift and arrow keys, and it will help you.
Control Shift and arrow.
Yes, Control Shift and down arrow to select the whole column till last active cell. Okay. Yes. So this was about some shortcuts which we generally use. Okay, there are many shortcuts. As you told that you might be thinking that, okay, Pushkar, I know one shortcut, but you didn't cover that. Don't worry. Whatever are the required shortcuts, that will cover in the entire section. It is not like that we have covered the shortcut, so shortcut is end. It is not like this. When we go to table, we'll see the Control T. When we'll go to find select, in that we'll find the Control F, Control H, right? And again, then we'll see the Control G, which we have already seen, but again, we'll repeat the same thing. So shortcut is not end. Definitely, it will come in other section also, right? These are the key shortcuts which can help you to clean your data or make your data in proper manner. Okay, so this was about our first section that is called shortcuts. So I would suggest we can just take 5 minutes break. Okay, I'll just have a sip of water. So right now it is 16:09 and we'll connect after 5 minutes. So it will be 16:14. So on 16:14, we'll start the session again. Till 5 minutes, I'll keep myself mute and I might stop my video.
Yeah, Pushkar, you have been speaking continuously. I was about to say that. I'll take care from here. Yeah. Now, those who have joined this session live from across the countries, if you are willing to enroll in this course, it's just 499 INR I have kept. So you can go ahead and buy this straight from Analytics with Anand app or from the website. There are many courses. Even we have the Aalytics coming up live from tomorrow, and even the Master Data Analytics course. Also, you can go and enroll. This will equip you for the next 5 years. You guys are set in this domain. Right, whatever the tools and technologies which we are covering here at Analytics with Anand, everything will be taught in complete detail. ऐसा नहीं है कि ऊपर से पढ़ा के निकल जाएंगे, नहीं. You are seeing this Excel also, and whatever we were discussing, all the tools and current technologies will be covered in this. So feel free to enroll any of all this course. Just visit analyticswithanand.in. In the course tab, you can find it there and you can buy from it. Okay, how's the course going so far? Any feedback? Anyone wants to say something?
Sorry, Anand, I want
amazing, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, Samejyoti, you were saying something.
Yes, actually, I had missed the Thursday's class as your data factory. So I just want to know if the recording is available in the
I will upload it.
portal.
I'll upload it. I have not done yet uploaded it. I'll upload that.
Because my laptop gone out of order and it was in soft, so I cannot attend that. So sorry to bother you for that.
No worries. Meanwhile, I'll share screen and I'll tell you, folks, this is the Pushkar. I'm sharing his ID. Make sure you just add in LinkedIn profile. Okay. So this is ID I'm sharing with you all. Copy this. Yeah. Even many more teachers are coming down the line. For Google Cloud, we have the expert. AWS, I thought even I'll teach, or I'll see if I can get the AWS expert also, right? So there are many things which is happening at the back end, right? So if you go under the course tab, you'll find all these courses listed here. Master Data Analytics course just in 4K. Then the Aalytics. Aalytics is a very widely used tool, which you will see across the IT companies, which they are using it. Excel already we have kick-started. Matillion already we have covered. New batch again we'll be covering. Matillion and Aalytics are the two tools which any data analytics should add in your portfolio so that it will enhance your profile to the next level. Now, you can also master your data analyst interview one-on-one. This is for those who knows all this concept and they just want to prepare from interview point of view. This is for you all. So go ahead, explore all these courses. So many things, contents out there. The best course which I would say for you all is this Master Data Analytics using cloud technology and ML. This is the course which will culminate all the remaining one in that. So go ahead. If you have not bought it, those who have bought it, please continue the pace. because there are many things further down the line. So many contracts are happening with the company. There will be a big grand event, a live event where not all like fish market, all the folks will come. No, only those people who are enrolled under Analytics and they will get a chance to come in the live event, and definitely I can assure you the job. That's my guarantee, I can say, which no one in the world can assure you. All I want you to be technically sound. In the job fair which I'll organizing, there won't be any cutoff criteria. I want you to be technically sound in all this technology, because you will be grilled very rigorously in that interview. Okay. I'll take your own mock interview one-on-one, how to speak, what to say in interview, what not to say. So all these things will be there. But before that, you have to equip with all these tools and technologies. These all live event will happen in the months of April and May, because of course we'll only get comments by till March and April, and right, because there are so many things we are teaching. Okay, so go and check out all this course. And if you have any concern, feel free to ask me. You have my number, you have my LinkedIn ID, everything is there with you. Okay, so transform your journey. And this is the lowest price you will ever get in the entire world on this course. That too in the complete depth, right? Sir Ali, out of India, do you have links from out of India? Out of India, folks, I need to see that, Janvi. To be very frank, out of India, folks, I need to see. I need to connect with you with the right set of the companies out of India. As of now, it is difficult for me because I'm here in India, because I cannot connect with them directly here. But I'll try my level best. Folks, those who are my candidates, those who are working abroad, I'll try to connect with them, because outside India, things works entirely in a different way. In India, things works in a different way, and outside India, it works in an entirely different way. There's not so much in technical stuff which goes into the picture, right? So I'll help you, Janvi, for that purpose. But let this course get over, right? There's so many people here, technical, non-technical, college grad, BCA, MCA, right? Normal BSc graduate. Even the Zomato delivery guy is also here. We have, imagine the kind of crowd which we are having. That's the trust which is there with Analytics with Anand. So I'll make sure that you all get this. All I'm asking is the patience. Patience is the key. These days, the young generation doesn't have patience at all. It took me 2 years to land a successful career. तुम लोग को एक इंटरव्यू नहीं निकलता, उसी में रोने लगते हो. पेशेंस रखो ना भाई. अभी मार्केट कितना डाउन है, कहीं भी फ्रेशर हायरिंग नहीं हो रहा है. कोई दिक्कत नहीं कि फ्रेशर हायरिंग is not there. Why we are, but just enhance your skills rather than cursing yourself कि I'm not getting job. Just learn this technology. No, why you want to waste your time? During COVID-19, I pursued course from the podium rather than sitting it idle. If I'm not getting placed, it's my responsibility to upskill myself. Right? It's my responsibility to upskill myself rather than waiting for the right opportunity. Till then, you keep on studying. A day will come when you'll get a job, right? You should be confident in such a way. Even if 1,000 candidates are coming in the interview, you should not bother to them. I am technically sound. I have a full trust on me. Any question, if it is there from SQL, Python, Power BI, Tableau, Excel, Medallion, all tricks, statistics, ML, I will be able to answer. बस अपने में confident लाओ ना. वो confident कब आएगा? जब पढ़ाई करोगे, तब अच्छे से इन डेप्थ नॉलेज लोगे, तब कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं होगा ऐसा इंटरव्यू में which you won't be able to answer. Okay, so work hard, right? Work hard. It will be easier for you to excel in this industry. That's what I'm saying. Anytime you are stuck, you feel you are going nowhere, you can feel free to reach out to me. Right? We have a WhatsApp group. We have a dedicated team. Now we have Pushkar also. Any Excel doubt, you post it in the WhatsApp group. Someone will definitely respond. Yes, Silent, you are saying something. I think Pushkar is back. You want to say something? Yeah. Over to you, Pushkar. Yeah, you can take the lead.
Okay, so we'll continue our session on the Excel. So I'm resharing my screen. I hope everyone can see my screen. Can just one or two guys can confirm if you can see my screen?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so now we are going to... Perfect. Okay, so now we are going to start our next module, and that is sort and filter. Okay, so I know many of you are very well aware about these two words, sort and filter, not because of the Excel, but because of the e-commerce websites, right? For example, if I want to buy black shirt, so I simply go to Myntra, okay? Then there I have all the men clothes. Out of that, we filter shirt only. In that, we also have the color option. We go there and we select the black color, so that it will only give me the result for the black shirt. right? I have all things there. I have 10,000 listings there, right? I have means I can see 10,000 listings, but out of that, I'm just looking for the black shirt. So in that we use filter, right? Why? To shorten it and to get only the specific thing which we are looking, right? The same thing we can use in Excel also, right? Why I took this kind of example to get from the basic understanding, because some of people might be very new to this Excel, right? And they are not aware that how this filter works. So that's why they can easily relate with this example, that because now everyone is using the e-commerce website, right? So if you want to find some specific thing, we use filters. The same way we can use filter in Excel also, right? So right now we are on the second sheet, which is called sort filter subtotal, right? And here we have data, like which is first column is showing state, then I have some region, and then I have some sales value. Okay, so now I'm representing this data to my management or my team. Okay, and now they ask me that, okay, Pushkar, we just want to see the south region sales, that how much sales we got. Okay, so in that case, how we can do that? So first of all, I'll select these headers. Okay, we'll select the headers, and then general approach. What general approach we do? We go to home tab, and here you have option of the sort and filter, and you can simply select on that. Okay, but if you don't want to put this many seconds, right, if you don't want to do this many efforts, then you can simply select the cells, right, and you can press Control Shift L, right, and once you press Control Shift L, it will apply filter to your columns. Okay, or else if you even don't want to press this Control Shift L, so as I told, we can create our customized shortcut, right? So what I can press Alt and 5, so it will remove shortcut, it will remove filter. If I want to apply, I'll press Alt 5 again, right? So I have shown you 3 ways how you can apply filter to your data. But the one thing I would like to tell you, just make sure that you apply filter on your headers. Okay, because generally what happens, sometimes people what do, they select this section and then they press and they apply the filter. So now it is showing some data, but it is not considering this data. Okay, so just make sure that you have filter on your header of the columns. Okay, so I have selected them. I simply use my customized shortcut Alt 5, and you can see now I have applied the shortcuts. Okay, so now I'll get back to my question that, okay, my boss told me that, okay, Pushkar, we are just looking for the cell of the south region. So I'll go to region column, and here you can see one arrow. I can click on that, and once I click on that, you can see we have all the options which are available in my data. So in my data, I have central, east, south, west. Okay, so what we are looking? We are looking for a south. So I'll just click here to deselect every data, and then I'll simply click on south only, and then we'll click on OK. Once I click on OK, now you can see now we got data only for south region. Okay, and other regions are hide. Now we cannot, you can see these small lines. What are they showing? That, okay, in between 5th and 7th, there is one row hidden. Okay, between 8 and 16, there are some row hidden. Why they have hidden? Because we have applied filter for the south region. Okay, this is very basic thing when you want to apply the filter. The same thing now. Okay, someone told me that, okay, after the region, go to state column, and in state column, I only want to see the sales for Florida. Okay, so I'll go to my state column, I'll deselect everything, and I'll click on Florida, and I'll click on OK. So now I have very specific selection that in South region, in Florida state, how much sales we have, right? The same like Myntra, in the whole men's section, we are just looking for shirts, and that 2 black shirts. Okay, so this is how you can simply apply the basic filters, okay, to your data. You can definitely apply it to multiple columns. Okay, it is not that you can apply to only 1 or 2 columns. You can apply to multiple columns this kind of filter. Now, when you want to remove filter, so if you again click on that, so here you have an option that is called clear filter from region. So what it will do, it will specifically clear the filter from the specific column. Okay, but if you want to remove filter from all the columns, right, if you have applied, we have applied filter for 2 columns, for region also and state also, and I want to clear all the filters from both of these columns. So in that case, what I can do, I can simply go here, right, sort and filter, and here we have one option that is called clear. So if I click on that, you can see now filter is been clear from both of the section. Okay, So this is how you can simply apply the filter and you can simply clear the filter. These are very basic things. These are very basic filters. Now, when we talk about filter, so we also have some interesting part in that. Okay. So right now you can see the state and region. What are these things? So these are text, right? These are text string because we are containing ABC and all this thing here, right? So these are text part. So now if I go in state column, if I click on this filter, so here you can see we have one thing that is called text filters. Okay. If I go to text filter on the right hand side, I can see how many options are there. Total 7 different options are there. I'm sorry. So what are these options? First, it is showing equals to. That means here if I click on equals to, I can specify something that, okay, I am looking for Florida only. Okay, so I'll type here Florida and I'll click on okay. Now this data is filtered specifically for Florida. Okay, instead of this equals to, you can definitely do it here also. The same thing, you can type in the search bar and it will give you the option. You can select it and click on okay. It will give you the same result. Okay, but there are two ways. You can go and search here, or else you can go to text filter and you can click on equals to. Okay, now we also have one option that is called does not equal to. That means I'm looking for the cells in the state which are not equal to Florida. Okay, so I want to see the cells for every state except Florida. So I'll type here does not equal to Florida, click on OK. So now we got all the states except Florida. The same thing again we can do here also. I'll select all of them, and what I'll do, I'll scroll down a little bit and I'll deselect Florida. Okay, and then I'll click on OK. So it will do the same thing. Okay, so this is how equals to and does not equal to work in filter. But these are about the text filter. Okay, when we'll talk about the number filter, the story will be different, and that is quite good compared to the text, right? Now, if I want to clear, I'll simply click on this clear. Now my filter is clear. Now let's explore other options. So I'll again go to text filter. In that, now we have option of the begins with. So if I click on begins with, now here we are looking that we are looking for the text, or we are looking for the state which are starting with whatever we will type here. For example, I'm looking for the state which start from C only. Okay, begins with C, and if I click on OK, so now we got all the state. You can see California. Then these are many states which are starting with the character C. So you can apply this kind of filter also, that's starting with some sort of character. The same way we also have ends with. So I'm looking for the state which are ending with, for example, O. Okay, so ends with O and click on OK. So now you can see we got many states which are ending with the character O. So these are the some customized option which you can use for your filter. Rather than using the simple filter, you can definitely use this text filters. Okay, these are very simple. So I'm just showing you one example, and I hope you are getting it. And but if you still have the query, you can definitely unmute yourself and ask me. Okay, so after that we have one option that is called contents. Okay, so what is meaning of content? So if I click on contents, okay, and for example, if I write here, let's write loss. Okay, only LOS, and if I click on OK, right, so we got nothing. So let's find something else. For example, let's select only north. Okay, so if I go to text filter, if I click on content and if I type here north and click on OK, so now you can see we got all the states, right? So here we got, yeah, here you can see North Dakota. We got all the state which contains north in their cell, right? So sometimes what happens, people get confused between this equal to and contains, right? What is difference between equals to and contains? When we talk about equals to, right? So in equals to, if I type north and if I click on OK, so we didn't got anything, right? Why we didn't got anything? Because what filter will do, filter will go and try to find only north. If in the specific cell, it will not only find the north, then it will not filter anything, right? But contents, what contents will do, it will go, it will filter the whole cell. And if anywhere at starting or ending or in between, if we find the north, then it will filter that cell. Okay, where equals to will go for the specific identical thing. It will go and it will find that, okay, in this cell we have the north. Okay, it only require north, not other things. Okay, if it have other things, then it will not filter that data. But in contents, it is a different story. If I click on north, so it will scan that cell, and if it found north in that, then it will filter that data. Okay, so this is basic difference between contents and equal to. Sometimes people consider both of them as the same, but they are not the same. Okay, then does not equal to. So in does not equal to, if I type here north again, so what it will do, it will filter all the state which do not contain north in that. Okay, so now you can see, now we have all the cell and all the state number or state names which do not contain north in that. Okay, so this is how this content does not contain and equals to differentiate. Okay, so I hope it is clear. Now we'll move towards the last option of that, and that is called custom filter. So now whatever option you have seen on the above side, you can customize them. Okay, how we can customize them? So if I click on custom filter, okay, in that, for example, in does not equal, so instead of does not equal to, if I'm looking for example, start with, begin with. Okay, so where is that? Begins with. Okay, in begins with, I'll type here P. Okay, and what, and let's, instead of and or, whatever you want to select. So if I'm selecting or option, and again I'll select begins with, and let's type here O. So what I'm saying here, that I'm looking for the name of the state which are either start from P or which are either start from O. That's why I'm looking for both of these options. And then we'll simply click on OK. So now you can see we got all the name of the state which are either starting from a P, character P, or either from a character O. Okay, is it clear for everyone? If you have any doubt, any question, feel free to ask.
Sir?
Yes.
We did for P and O. If we are having more characters like P, O, and A, for 3 characters, how will do filter?
So what you are saying that in custom filter, you want to apply more, right? So we have only 2 options here. Okay, P, either you can add 1 argument or 2, or you can only add 2 arguments here, right? But if you have this kind of customized thing, then what I would suggest you can add 1 helper column. Okay, when I say helper column, in that you can add if condition, that if, and you can extract your, we'll see the left formula and if formula definitely, but I'm just giving you a simple idea. If you already know the left and if formula, what you can do, you can use here if condition, that if left first character is P, then show me this. Left character is O, then show me this. Left character is R, then show me this. And then you can apply to that, you can apply filter to that helper column. Okay, that would be good option in that case if you have more than 2 selections. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Or else, what you can do. So, for example, you are looking for a P. So I'll select P, right? So it will it is the drawback that if I type P, so it will find P in whole character. It will not find from the first one, right? So definitely this will not use. So this is bad idea, definitely bad idea. So you can go ahead with the first option, which I suggested, if and left formula. Okay, you can create 1 helper column to do that. Okay. Any questions? Any queries? Yeah.
I'm having separate table for specific state called Pennsylvania. I want to copy paste those values in sales column, but this is in filter, so I'm not able to copy paste directly values.
Sorry, so you want to copy this section?
No, sir.
Then
I'm having 1 more table which is giving me state as Pennsylvania with sales values.
Okay.
And from another table, I want to copy paste values in this table. But since this is a filter, I'm not able to copy paste as it is.
So you can copy at the last, right? You can copy at the last, but because if you copy from the first cell, so definitely it will not show in this manner because there are some hidden ones also. right? So in that case, it is definitely better suggestion that just clear out the filter and then copy paste, because right now you can see from 27 to 31, 3 rows are hidden. Okay, so if you start pasting from here, you will not get the full data. The between rows will be hidden automatically, right? Because of this, because we are not deleting. When you apply the filter, no cell has been deleted. They are just hidden, right? So you can see there are height. So when you copy paste, so they will also fill these hidden cells, right? So it is better practice that you should always clear the filter and then do the copy pasting. Okay.
Okay, but state is not in a sequence.
State is not in a sequence. That doesn't matter, right? So you don't do you want any sequence or something? Then you can use the sort option. So right now we have not applied any sort. So right now there is no logic for the sequencing of the state. If you have the state column here and you don't have the region column, then what you can do, you can copy the state part and then you can copy the sales part into this column. Okay, at the last, or else here, whatever you want.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So this was about the filtering into the text column when we have text kind of data, for example, the state and region. Now, the third thing we have, the third column is sales column. And you can see these are in a currency format, or else you can see in a number format. So when I apply filter here, so now you can see earlier it was showing a text filter, but now it is showing number filter, right? And in number filter, we have many options. Okay. So the first two options, equals to and does not equal. So they are the same like a equal to option into the text column, right? And does not equal to also in the text column. They are the same option. Okay, when you are looking for some specific number, for example, if I'm looking for some specific number 50, so I can search for that. Okay, but here you'll get the all the option. And if I go here and if I type here equals to 50, then it will find the specific 50, right? I don't have any specific 50, so it is not giving me any result. Okay, but these two things, equals to and does not equal to, work same like the text one which we have seen. Okay, after that we have one option that is called greater than, right? So if someone asks you that, okay, just filter out the data which have greater than 1000. Okay, so what we can do, we can simply click on this greater than, and here I can type 1000, click on okay. So now we got all the sales value which are higher than 1000, right? Because what would be general approach of other people, what they will do, they will try to select like this one by one, right? They will try to select from last cell and like this. It will take more time. So instead of that, you can simply go to number filter, click on greater than and type whatever target you are looking, 1000, greater than 1000. So it will give you all the results which are higher than 1000. Okay. The same option we have greater than or equal to. Guys, are you hearing some additional voice from my side?
No, sir.
Okay, that's fine. Then we also have the second option that is called greater than or equal to. In that case, I am also looking to include that 1000. So if I add here 1000, okay, and if I click on okay, so now it will filter out all the values which are equal to 1000 or more than 1000. Okay. Then the same thing, we also have option for the less than or equal to. It works same, right? Earlier we have seen about greater than. So now my boss asked me, because boss will be always dynamic. They will ask you number of things. So we need to be very dynamic with these things. So now he asked me that, okay, show me the values which are less than 1000. So I'll type here 1000 is less than, click on okay. So now we got all the sales value which are less than 1000. Okay. Then the same option, less than or equal to, if you want to include that specific 1000 also into that, right? Now, if he asks you that, okay, I want to look for the values which are between 1000 and 1500. Okay, so we'll type here, we'll select this between option. We'll type here 1000, we'll type here 1500, and then we'll click on okay. So now we got all the rows which are representing the sales which is between 1000 and 1500. Okay, not 1000, sorry, 1000 and 1500, right? So now we got the specific range, that in this specific range we have all these cells happen. Okay. After that, we also have the top 10. So this is quite interesting. top 10. That means,
Sir,
yes.
in between 1000 and 1500, both values are included or excluded?
Yes, that we can select here. So for example, if I select the between option, so here you can see what it is showing is greater than or equal to. Okay. So in that, if I only select is greater than, in that case, it will not include. By default, it will include that value. But if you do not want to include, then instead of is greater than or equal to, you can select is greater than. And instead of is less than or equal to, you can select is less than, like this. Okay. By default, when you select between, it will include both of them. But if you don't want, then you can change it here. Okay. Clear?
Yeah, got it. Thank you, sir.
Perfect. Okay. After that, we have top 10. So for example, you have the sales value and now your boss told you that, okay, let's focus on the top 10 highest sales. So which are the region and which are the state which are performing great into the sales. So you will simply go here, right? And here you have option of top 10, right? But it is not only limited for 10. You can also make it 15. You can also make it 20. You can also make it 30. However, top 10 or top 20, top 30 you want. Okay. And also it is not only for top, you can also select bottom from here, because generally what organization do, if you are doing something good, agar aap acha kar rahe ho, they do not want to focus on that, but where we are not doing good, they focus on that, right? So now boss told you that, okay, let's focus on the bottom 20 cells which are performing least, right? So that's why we'll select the bottom 20 and we'll click on okay. So now these are the total 20 rows which are performing very low. You can see they are making the sales of $1 or something. It is like nothing. Okay. So this is how you can play with this top and bottom thing. You can just simply go to top 10 and you can select the top or bottom, and you can select the 20, 10, 15, 5, 1, 2, however you want. Okay. Now I'll simply clear the filter. Now, first of all, I'll select the data. Okay. I just want to check that what is average sales I'm doing here. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll select this by pressing Control Shift down arrow. When I press Control Shift down arrow, whenever you select any of the number, you will by default get this kind of three calculation: average, count, and sum. Okay. Whenever you select any number, you will by default get these three calculations here: average, count, and sum. So what is average right now? Average is showing 229.86. Okay. So I'll write that average here. So we'll go to first row. Okay. And I'll write here 229. What was that? 86, right? 229.86. Okay. Now I'll go to filter. And now my boss told me that we are just looking for the cells which are underperforming than our average cells, right? Or else we are just looking for the cells which are performing higher than our average cells. So here we have option above average or below average. So if I click on above average, so now you can see all the cells which are higher than this 229.86. Okay. So whatever is the average on the base data, it will find all the higher cells compared to that average cell. Okay. The same way, if I go here and if I select the below average, so now it will show us all the sales row which are lower than this 229.86. Okay. So this can be really helpful, right? When you are looking for the cells which are outperforming, right? Or which are performing lower than whatever is your average, right? So this was about the number filter. And the same, at last we have custom filter. So if you apply the custom filter, then now you are feel free to select any option. So you can select any option from here, right? Same like the contents which we have done in a state column P and O. Same here, you can select any range, or you can select the higher than or lower than, and then you can select and or argument. And in the second argument, you can select whatever argument you want to do. And here you can type the numbers. Okay. So I hope the number filter is clear with you guys. If you have any question, any query, feel free to ask.
So I have one doubt. Number filter means if we have filter on all the three columns. So how to remove filter in a one go?
in a one, this one.
One command means if you have filter on state also, reason also, sales also.
If they are connected, it will apply filter to all columns. If they are connected, it will. If there is a blank column in between, then we can do that, right? But if they are connected, it will definitely apply the filter to all the columns.
Now, if you want to remove the filter,
okay, clear the filter. Yes.
Clear
okay.
the filter.
Okay. For example, I am selecting something from here. Okay, randomly I am selecting 2, 3 state. Then I am selecting some east, west from here. If you want to clear from some specific column, then you can again click on this button. And here you have option of the clear filter from that specific column. If you click on that, it will clear the filter from the specific column. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes. So we don't have any specific keyword for to clear the filter from the both column in a one command.
If you want to clear filter from, yes, if you want to clear filter from whole section, right? That means, if you have applied 2 or 3 filters, right? And if you want to clear all the filters, then either you can go here, right? You can select this clear option as I shown earlier, or else I'll tell you that you can again go to quick access toolbar. And in a quick access toolbar, if you go to more commands, so here we have somewhere clear and select filter, something like this, right? So right now I also need to find it, but here we have an option which I was using earlier. So which you can definitely use. I guess it will be in a home command somewhere. So if you look for that, yes. So you can see clear all filter. So if I add that, click OK. So now if I apply filter for some specific thing like this, okay, and for this one also. And for example, here also, let's select the top 10. So now I have applied filter in all these 3 columns. Okay. And now I want to clear this filter. Okay. So either, as I told, you can use Alt key. And now what is the number? 8 number, right? So I can type 8 and you can see filter is clear from all 3 columns in one go.
Sir, can't we use Control Shift L?
Control Shift L, yeah, that is defined shortcut by the Excel. You can also use that, but that is used for applying or removing filter. Okay. If I, for example, right now filter is applied. If I press Control Shift L, so you can see definitely it will clear the filter, but it will also remove the filter. Okay. Now you can see.
Okay.
Yeah. If you click
so
on
when the condition is applied, in that scenario, we have to use Alt and the number in shortcut, right?
Yes, you can use Alt and see, either you can use Alt and the shortcut key, or else if you are able to remember this one, Control Shift L, you can use that also. But as I told, for the control clear all, right? When you want to clear all, so if you press Control Shift L, it will remove filter completely, right? But if you press clear all, it will just clear the filters and it will keep that filter icon in every column.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. Yes. Okay. If there is no doubt, then we'll move towards our second section. Next section in the sort and filter.
So after removing the filter, if you want to access the filter, means same logic. So again, we have to go. Same logic means if we have applied state, Florida, region, south, something, and we remove the filter from the clear filter option from alter 8, and we want to access the same logic again, the state, Florida, means which logic we have used earlier.
Yeah, okay. In that case, if the Control Z is still available, you can press Control Z for that. Okay. But if you have closed the file and then you open the file and then you want it to perform again, then you need to do the same operation again. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So now we'll move towards a little bit more into the filter section. Okay. So now what basically I want to do, I want to do a sum of this whole sales column. Okay. How much is total sales? So can anyone tell me what is the formula to do sum?
Equal to sum.
Is equal to sum.
Yes, so generally I use sum formula. or everyone use sum formula. Okay, I want to
Any
show the
any
total
range.
here. So I'll use
Alt
the
plus
sum
is
formula.
equal to.
Yeah, you can also use alt per is equal to. So right now I'm using the basic formula, okay, which everyone can understand. Sum. I'll select this one and I want to select the whole column. So I'll press Control Shift down arrow and I'll close the bracket and hit on enter. Correct? So now we got some numbers, right? It is around $2.29 million. Correct? Now, okay, I'm showing this to my boss that, okay, we got total $2.29 million sales. Now he told me that, okay, that's fine. Now just let me show me that how much we got, how much sales we have in the South region. So we are smart. So we'll go to filter, we'll select South, and then in whole confidence, I'll tell boss that, okay, this is the total sale in the South region. So do you think it is correct?
No, because
No.
every time you select the region based on the condition.
Right. So you can see when I have not applied any filter, the value was 2.29 million. But after applying the filter, it is showing me the same value. And in confident, I told was that, okay, we got the 2.29 million sale in South region, which is completely wrong, right? It is the sales of all 4 region, not the one region. So generally what we try to do, then we need to redefine the formula. We try to do something, or else what we try to do, we select like this. And then what we are getting 3.9 million somewhere, right? Or else 391K. So we will type manually here that, okay, in South region, 391K is there. But as I told, boss are dynamic. Now he will ask you for some another filter. So you cannot select every time and you can copy paste the number. You cannot do that, right? That is completely waste of time. So instead of sum, we can use one formula, and that is called subtotal formula. So I'll delete this one, and here we'll type subtotal. Now subtotal is very, very powerful. Okay. When you type subtotal, when you open the bracket, the first argument is a function number. Okay. Function number means here you can see all the list of function: average, count, count a, max, mean, product, standard deviation, sum, variables, then average, many things are there. So if I want to do sum, so sum is on which number? You can see it is on 9th. So here we'll type 9. Okay. And then we'll put comma. So now subtotal is asking you that, okay, I'll do sum, but where I need to do sum? Where is your range? So we'll select our range like this by pressing Control Shift down arrow. We'll close the bracket, hit on enter. So now I got, you can see 3.91 million. Okay, now let's clear this filter. You can see now I got 2.29 million. Now my boss asked me that, okay, let's go for the West region. So I'll select West. Now it shows 724K. In that also, you want to look for California. So I'll go and select California. For West region, California, our sales is around 457K. Right? So you can see this value is getting recalculated whenever I apply any filter. Right? So now I'm very confident on this number, because whenever I'll apply the filter, it will always recalculate. Not like sum. Sum is showing me the same value. It is not recalculating. Right? So there are 2 benefits of using subtotal formula. Okay. So first, let me clear the filter. So the first benefit. Yes.
So what is function number? Can you please explain? 9.
Function, yes. So function number. Yeah. So this is one of the benefit which I was going to state. The benefit is this, that you get all the function. Now we are looking for a sum. So that's why we type here 9. You can see 9 sum. If someone asks me that, okay, what is average? So I can type here 1, because average is on 1. So I can type 1, hit on enter. So average sale for overall is 230. If I filter East, for East, average is 238. If I select something else for South, average is 242, right? So you can see there are 2 benefits here. The first is this function number. That means if someone asks me to do some different kind of calculation, like count, average, mean, max, or sum, so I don't need to change the whole formula. I just need to change the number here, right? If someone asks me to do sum, I'll select 9. If someone asks me to do average, I'll select 1. If someone asks me to do count, I'll type 2, right? So it is very easy to navigate between different formulas. Right now I'm looking for sum, so I'll type here 9 simply. Okay. Then the range, whatever range we are looking, and then we'll hit on enter. So this is what first benefit, that you can define multiple formulas in one formula only. The second benefit is that if you apply any of the filter, then it will always recalculate. Okay, it will not stick on the one number, it will always recalculate. Okay, this it is the second benefit of this formula. Yes.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, sir, if we add the rows, then we have to change the range also, no, sir? D9993.
Yes. If you add the range, if sorry, not the range, if you add more cell, right? So right now this formula is till 9,993. If you add more 1,000 row, then you need to change the range. The reason is this formula is not in the table form yet. Okay. When we'll see the table form, you will understand, you will see that why we should convert the data into the table form, but that is the next part. So I'm not taking that because we don't have enough time to take the table part right now. But yes, when you are working with the normal range, you need to change the number here. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
So, sir, I have a doubt.
Yes.
Can, like, instead of subtotal, can we use sum if?
Sum if formula. Sum if also you can use. But
based upon a particular condition, let's say if you talk about region, so like the region, like if you want to filter the records for Kentucky region, Kentucky state and region south. So like how both like are they will be giving different results or they will be giving the same results?
Okay, let me tell you how sum if formula works. So sum if formula works based on the condition you give, correct? So if I type here sum if formula, or as we have multiple conditions, so I'll go with the sum ifs. Okay, what is my sum range? So I'll select my sum range, correct? Then criteria range. So for region, I'll select my criteria range. Okay, and for example, you are stating your criteria somewhere here. Okay, I'm selecting the cell right now blank. Then for criteria range 2, I'll select state 2. And my second criteria is this one, for example. Okay. So this is for one condition. And for example, I'm looking for south. So I'll put here south. And I'm here looking for, let's take Florida. I'll type here Florida. So I got some number here. Correct? It will give you the same result. But now, it is not give you the more flexibility. For example, now I'm selecting only south. Now I want to add north also. Okay. So I'll select south also and I'll select north also. So in that case, what you need to do, you need to add one more criteria range. You need to select north for that. Correct? But now, after 2 minutes, I'll tell that, okay, I don't need south, north. Let's select west. So you again need to come to the formula and you will delete the second condition. In the first one, you will make it west. Right? In state also, now I'm adding 3 states. Okay. For the south region, I want to look for this state. So you need to add total 4 condition in some formula, right? Definitely you can add that, but it will take your time, right? It will take more than the subtotal formula. Okay. So the logic will be same. Answer will definitely same, but here you need to do efforts. If whatever your boss asks you, whatever your selection, your boss is looking, so based on that, every time you need to change the formula, you need to add the condition, delete the conditions. Okay. So definitely it will give the same result, but not that much flexible if you want to be quick in that. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Perfect. Any questions, any queries? Okay, I heard something, but the voice was quite low, so I was not able to hear properly. Can you repeat? Okay, I guess there is no question or query. We are just left with the 4 minutes. So I would not suggest to start a new topic because we are going to start the short, but short will take much time. We'll not able to cover in 4 minutes. So definitely that short we will cover in tomorrow's section. But before ending today's session, I will ask you one quick question in the chat box, right? So if you can see your chat box, so the question is, how is pace of the training? Is it fast? Is it perfect? Or is it slow? The reason I am asking, because tomorrow I'll implement the same thing, based on your feedback, because sometimes students feel that it is slow. Sometimes students feel that it's fast, perfect, right? So based on the majority, we take the decision and we work on that. Okay. So mostly we got B here. I'm looking for more responses. I guess we got only one slow response. So definitely. So we'll go with the majority. right? So we will go with the same pace for all the weekends. And definitely tomorrow also I'll ask you the same question, right? Because tomorrow the topic might little complex. So you might think that, okay, we are going too fast. I want to remember this thing, right? So before closing today's session, I would suggest you just go through this file. Okay, the whatever file you got, the same file which I am working, you will get the same file. You already got it. Try to do the things which we have seen in this 2 hour session. Okay, on your own. Don't try to look for recordings, or definitely you might get the recordings, but I would suggest don't go for a recordings. Try to do on your own at least 2-3 times. And after that also, if you are not getting, then look for the recordings. Okay, so recording is just for a backup. It is not always with you. Okay, sir, please upload video so that we can revise once more at a night. So I guess Anand will share you the recording link. So definitely you can get not one more time, you can get 1,000 more times. Definitely it's available.
Sir,
Yes, go ahead.
sir, I have a doubt regarding Control G. We can check the blank spaces, sir.
Yes.
If only in the particular row, if only one column is of blank, then whole row will be selected, sir. In that, no, it won't be selected like that.
It will only select the blank section.
Then if you you have shown that after that you kept to push the cells up. So
Right.
how will it work, sir? Whole the row will go. The data of
Yes.
row will go.
Yes. No. For example, I'll just quickly. Right now you can see my table, right? So if I delete this side, from this row, I'll select this middle part. Okay. Now I select this whole section, so I can use Control A because there is no space, right? And then I'll add Control G, specials, and then let's go for a blanks. Click on OK, right? So now it's selected these 3 blank, so we don't need these 2. So I'll just select this one blank. Okay, the one blank is selected. If I press Control minus here, sorry, if I press Control minus here, then if I select which one you are looking, Shift cell up, right?
Yes, sir.
So if I select Shift cell up, then only this row will go upside. This column, this data will go upside. Okay, not whole row.
Then data will be manipulated, I think.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why. Because see, logically, if you think, so if you want to move whole row on the upside, for this section, we have the blank space. But where this data will go on then? Right? They cannot fit 2 data into one cell, correct?
Yes.
Logically, there is no meaning of taking whole row on the upside because there is no space. Either we need to move this upside, then we'll have the space. Correct?
Yes.
Yes. So it will be not like that. You will press Control minus and up, then whole row will be gone upside. It will not be happen like this. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
So, sir, in that scenario, what will be the suggested method?
What would be the suggested method? You can keep the blank, or else if you have the data, then fill that data. That would be
okay.
Right? Because definitely you cannot delete that blank cell, or else this west is representing the California, that will representing this state, which will be completely wrong, right? The data integrity will be there. So you can keep the blank one, or else if you have the data, just fill it with that data. Okay. Or else if you don't want to see the blank, then again do the same exercise, right? Of selecting the Control G blank selection. Okay. For example, let me delete this one. If I have selected this one, then you can just, what you can do, Control H, okay? And then instead of blank, whatever you want to type, not found or something, you can type like this, correct? You can do that, okay?
Okay, sir.
Rather than blank, you can add some text, not found or NA or something like this, okay?
Sir, also for getting the sum, we are using sum or summy for subtotal in a like a row wise or column wise, whatever. But what if it is applicable in pivot table also? If we are doing in pivot table, we wanted to get that sum, that same formula would be applicable.
Yes, you can use subtotal, definitely. But in the pivot table is very powerful, you know. You will always get the grand total on row section also and column section also, and it will definitely change based on the filter. So in the case of pivot table, I don't think you will need this subtotal anywhere, because pivot table is already giving you more flexibility. So you'll already get that total in the column also and row also. Okay, so whenever you apply a filter, the total will definitely change. So you don't need to worry about that in the pivot table section. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So thanks everyone. So Anand will close our today's session and we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah, we can close today's session. I need one favor from you guys all. Whatever Pushkar has taught today, right? Whatever the shortcut he has taught today, just document this thing and share in the WhatsApp group. Don't flood the WhatsApp group. 1 or 2 people, you can nominate yourself, and then whatever understanding you had, just share line 1 word, like Control F, what it does. Simple. Most commonly used commands in the first class, right? That you need to document and share it in the WhatsApp group. That's all I want. No explanation, nothing. Just mention the command and what exactly for what purpose we do it. Like he told you sum total, right? Based on that, subtotal, sorry. So based on that, you just create it and you can share your insight also on LinkedIn that today was the first session we attended, what Pushkar has covered. Give a summary, tag him and tag me, tag Analytics with Anand, and give a summary what you have understood from today's session, right? That will give you an extra edge and that will improve your communication in articulating things. Right? Suppose you want to explain to someone what Pushkar has done in this first class. So how you can give the summary? So you can give the summary on LinkedIn and you can attach the notes over there also. Either in the WhatsApp group or on the LinkedIn. Both is fine for me. Right? Yeah. I think Pushkar class went really, really well. Telling you from the student point of perspective, not from the teacher. He taught exactly at the right pace, which I was thinking. And he has covered a lot, many things in the first class itself. I was not expecting this much for him to cover in this class. And sharp 2 hours he has ended it. So immense thanks to him for taking this session. I really enjoyed personally. I don't know how is the environment for you all. Hope you all have enjoyed. But I really enjoyed the way he taught, the way he took the pace. Pace was absolutely perfect. This is what we need for Excel class. Very well done, Pushkar. Thanks a lot. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. So we'll meet tomorrow sharp 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
We'll continue our Excel journey.
Yeah. Okay. And those who are watching from YouTube and LinkedIn, if you have not enrolled in this course, please go ahead and enroll. From tomorrow onwards, there won't be any live session on YouTube, which won't be streaming, right? Only those who have the access, they'll come on Zoom and then we'll have the session. So if you want to enroll, go ahead and please reach out to me. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. So we are just closing.
Yeah.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Pushkar. Thanks,
Okay.
everyone. Yeah. Do subscribe to Analytics with Anand channel for all these interesting updates. Bye-bye. Take care. See you tomorrow.